Well, here we are again. It's another Tuesday night, and this is the Power Hour. Of course, we have the urban sensation C Red lighting up a stick as normal. Not a Swisher Sweet this time, so Red must have got paid.
Fuck you.
And of course, making her return to visual status with a brand new hairdo, the one and the only Rachel. Knockout extraordinaire. Hello. And
Hello.
who do we have to thank for these lovely flaxen locks?
Rochelle at Salon 22 in Crete, Illinois, on the main street.
Rochelle, you're doing God's work. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
this
she
is the
is.
first time she's turned her camera on in like 4 weeks to showcase this hair. So I
It's been
think
longer than that.
we're going to set up a Power Hour fund to GoFundMe where we contribute to Rachel's hairstyling so she gets to be on the show every week visually.
I'm holding you to that.
I'm working on it. We're working on things here.
Yeah. I want to see it as soon as this is done.
Big plans here. Also, she just blew our minds with a Stranger Things prediction. Rachel, why don't you document that here live so we don't forget?
Okay. My prediction is that Linda Hamilton's role in the last season of Stranger Things is as Eleven's real mother.
That is amazing. I would love that. Of course, Linda Hamilton, John Connor's mom also. So why not just make her every world saver's mom? That just makes sense. So Catherine said it here first, right on this show.
Yes, I did.
Now, we've glossed over this already. Joining us tonight is the one, the only, the savior of Rocket Pro Wrestling because he came in the side door and helped us out when we needed it. The one, the only NUKE, aka Kevin Palmer. How you doing, man?
What's going on, guys? Red, Rachel, how you guys doing?
Hello, hello.
Good. Want to say
What up?
thank you for having me on your show. It's a humble feeling. I have to follow all these good footsteps that were before me, so I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that. And a lot of people are jonesing for the return of Rocket Pro after the way last season ended on such a high note. People are dying to see what happens in the upcoming season. We begin again September 9th, St. Joe's Park. Fall Brawl is the event on the calendar. And Kevin's going to talk a little bit about that here. But first and foremost, let's run it back to that epic night in May where we finally drove the idols away. And did our plan come together or did our plan come together?
Yeah, they thought you guys didn't have anything up your sleeve, but you did. And at the end there, you guys prevailed. So that was sweet.
We knew the idols would come. We knew they all would come, but we had the answer. We had the 4 horsemen of Rocket Pro Wrestling. You had All Day Marche. Tell them, Red.
Do your thing.
We had
just
Shogun
my
Chris,
show, right?
We had Shogun slogan. We had Maximus Orion, and then of course NUKE coming in from the side, whipping Idol's ass up and down the streets of Joliet. And C Red was on the call. Red, you had the best seat in the house for all of this. Tell us how you like the plan.
I did not have the best seat now. Because when the shit went down, I couldn't see the fuck who came through those goddamn side. Couldn't see Marche tall ass with all them people standing up. I did barely get to see Nuke. But shit. And of course, I saw Maximus come out the fucking curtain. But I mean, once I realized what the fuck had happened, oh my God. Like, you guys, I'm not even going to say even the odds. Being on commentary all night, you could sense something was wrong. They weren't as strong as they had been previous. I don't know.
They're making a lot of unforced errors.
I really don't know what it was. You know, whether they came in, and I think part of it might have been they came in overconfident.
Hi, Rian.
What's going on, Rian?
Okay. They came in overconfident. You know, that look, you just gotta stop. I think they came in overconfident, especially going into the main event. But earlier in the night, you could just see pieces of this foundation start to break apart. Little by little, member by member, they started to just break off. So where they had a plan for the main event, like, okay, yeah, the night's gone horrible. We're gonna salvage the ending, you know. And I think Steve put it so well. The four pillars of Rocket Pro. With Shogun coming out of the backside door, Marche coming from the bar, and I think nobody expected you, NUKE, because nobody understands that you have been there since day one. Now, if you're a fan of Rocket Pro and you've been in Rocket Pro, then you understand what NUKE means to Rocket Pro, you know. And I think it's because of the guy that just gave us that evil ass look. Just my personal opinion is why Maximus finally fucking got it through his thick skull. It's not about it. This is what it's about. Right. So the four of you coming out there and whooping everybody's ass, and y'all whooped their ass very badly, and it was sad to see, but also enjoyable to watch. That they finally got what everybody felt they deserved. I have never ever heard that place be so loud. Like the entire match was just. Thank God you guys gave me a headset to put on so I could hear. Otherwise, I'd have been screaming. What you say? Huh? Because you guys, the whole fucking night, especially the main event, was just so loud.
Hey, don't forget about the shocker at the end there, Johnny Nye.
But that wasn't a shocker for me.
Oh, because of the night earlier in the night,
right? Yeah. And I know Johnny, you know, and I know what kind of freaking mind he has, and he doesn't take kind to chair shots, especially people that he calls friends, and you know, so it wasn't a shock to me. It was like, yeah, okay. Remember, I owe you a receipt. Well, here it is. I'm cashing this bitch in tonight, right now. So, it was beautiful. I mean, you guys of Rocket Pro had a legit plan in case they decided to pull something, and they did. And I don't think they thought you guys had thought that part through. So
just so you know, I invited Johnny Nye to the September 9th show, and on my phone I saw the little bubble coming. He was going to type something, and then it went away. So I was disappointed, but I did throw out the invite that he's going to be there September 9th. Let's see if he shows up.
It would be good to thank him.
I'm sure I'm sure at this point I'm not going to say conflicted, but he has to also now know stepping back in September that there's now a bullseye on his back, you know. So where he used to have, you know, I've got the gang with me, now the gang's against him, you know. So it's different if it's one or two people, you know, but you know, we know how the Fabulous Idols work, you know. So when you kill one, you know, shit, you better kill them all. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, kudos to you and Team Rocket Pro for
there it is. Steve, there it is.
Just slap
Lord.
this belt. I just enjoy beating the name Roth. I guess it's just a career I'm developing, just beating Roth every chance I get, just beating Roth. That's my claim to fame now. Roth beater. That's my new nickname. Can we put that on my moniker, Kevin? I can be the Roth beater.
Sure. When you come out, it'll be Steve the Roth beater.
There we go. That's it. The killer of idols. Anyway, it was a hell of a thing. It was a hell of a night in May. It's a May I will never forget as long as I live. That crowd, that locker room, those people. Rian, of course, right there with that picture. There have been nights in my life throughout the years that have had special significance, but boy, to be in that venue, to be holding up a belt with my tag team partner after winning a match in a main event, it's something that probably will never happen for me again. And every time I see that picture, I'll always smile and always be grateful because it was such a magic moment for me. And I just, I still, when I see pictures, I see them, but I still don't believe I was there and actually happened, because it's just one of those things that, a guy that was a wrestling fan that never really did it, you dream of that kind of stuff. So, and there's Joey Roth dead in the arms of Damien Gray. Kind of looks like, I drove to Wisconsin this weekend and saw Roadkill on the side of the road a lot. And that's kind of what it looked like.
Joey Roth on there, huh?
Yeah, Joey Roth was Roadkill in Joliet. But we're gonna talk a lot about Rocket Pro tonight because, of course, NUKE is Rocket Pro in many ways. But I want to talk about Kevin Palmer and his journey in wrestling, because I think I don't know if I know all of the ins and outs of Kevin Palmer. So, we've been places together, we've hung out together, went to Super Wrestlers together. We talk at every show, we talk online, we talk. And I still don't know if I know what brought you into wrestling to begin with. Now, I've heard the stories about Menards and you and Bill Shelley and how that all went. But how did you become, what about wrestling? When did you start watching, and what about wrestling made you want to do it and, be the guy that you are?
I started watching it in '87. I was just sitting downstairs and my dad was flipping it on. I'm like, let's watch this. It was like Hulk Hogan and all that stuff. But I was '87. I got into it. And then, my senior year in high school, Jay Beck, you guys know him, disappointed.
Hey, Jack.
I'm disappointed in him, by the way. He turned to the dark side in May and went with.
He's now he's an undeniable disciple, I guess you could call him.
I got a 27-year friendship, and he goes and teams up with that guy. But anyway, I went to go with Max Holiday and Chi-Town Tea to his school and train there, and then had a couple matches, and then went with Rian and Gordon, and they retrained me to be like a big guy. So I haven't had a lot of matches, maybe like 7-8 matches, but I like doing behind the scenes stuff better anyway, because all the talent that we bring in is phenomenal. And, just listening to you guys every week on these shows and the knowledge you guys have is outstanding. So especially you, Red, you got what, 25 years of this, 30?
Okay, don't give me no.
I'm not trying to make you old, but no, you got a lot of knowledge.
No, you don't have to try to make him old. He old.
But I mean, like I said, I had a handful matches, and I'm just old now. I don't want to get in the ring and do full-time stuff. I have 3 kids and a wife and a job. I just don't want to get hurt. But like I said, I like being behind the scenes and enjoying the talent that we bring in and them putting on a show. So that's what I love.
Yeah, baby, show that picture.
Look at that.
Boy. Holy cow, look how young I look.
Wow, that beard is not nearly as majestic as it is now in that picture.
Look at it. Rian too.
Oh, I'm in the top. I'm on the top.
Yeah. You're in there too, Red.
Yeah, the VIP, baby, the VIP.
What year is that? That's 2016. Am I reading that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, 101st and Halsted?
Hall Center, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's my family.
There they are. They're the Palmers. I believe that would make a good reality family. That looks like it would be a fun watch. At home with the Palmers.
Just a shout out too, like RPW wouldn't be anything without my wife supporting me and she takes care of the kids while I'm out there 3 days a week, and then the show day, setting up for a Rocket Pro. So I want to give her a shout out. She's awesome, supports me, and I think it's great. So,
Those are some good looking kids there. How long ago was that picture taken?
it looks like, well, my girls are 3, probably like a year ago, 2 years ago.
That's like, oh, there you go.
Wow.
Oh, we're going back.
Yeah.
See, Rion is inspired tonight. He's going
That's my
back.
old house.
back
Look at how
to
young I
Shane.
look there.
That is
Yeah.
that's a how that see that is back in the early days. Was that before you were married, or is that when you were married? When was that?
That was my old house when we were married.
Okay, so you were married at that point. Do you remember being that young? I see pictures of myself.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Wish I was still that young. Getting out of bed is hard sometimes now.
Oh, you ain't just whistling Dixie, my friend. That's for sure. All right, so 87, you start watching WWF at that time. Oh, you got some pirates. Is that the Pirates of the Caribbean there?
Yeah, that was like
Jack Sparrow.
It was like a pirate party at my cousin's house. It was a fun time. It's my son there. He looked so. But yeah, no. When I really started liking wrestling was with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I just
The
started
Attitude Era.
Yeah, Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. Those were great, but in my opinion, I just indie wrestling is where it's at. I love going to all those shows, and those guys put on matches. They don't make all the money like the big guys do. They do it with their hearts, so that's why I enjoy that.
And Rocket Pro obviously right now is at an all-time zenith of popularity. It's hard to even get in that building on some Saturday nights. I think, what is it, the last 8 shows we've had standing room only?
It was all 9.
All
Thanks
9.
to
Okay, so we
our new general manager, Damian Saint's
Yeah,
been bringing
that's
it up
right.
all the time. So
Yeah,
9,
it's
9
all
months
him. It's all Damian Saint. Damian Saint's the reason why all those butts are in the building. It's all undeniably his idea. So you're watching it on TV and you're watching it unfold over the years, through 87 through, and Rion's gone. Maybe he'll be back. Ruthless Aggression, all the period. So at what point do you go from, all right, so I train with Rion, I'm wrestling a little bit, but I now want to become a guy that works tirelessly behind the scenes, making shows, bringing in people. When did you become a booker? When did that happen?
Well, it wasn't even in the plans to be a booker. I loved writing and like thinking of stuff off the top of my head for wrestling. But Bill just, you already heard the story, asked me if I wanted to help him run a company. And I was like, well, sure. What do you want me to do? And he's like, how about you do creative and storylines with my son? And I was like, all right, sounds good. So now I love it. I mean, I was just going to step away from wrestling for good, but I'm glad I didn't, because look at all the people I've met.
Now that picture there, is that you and young Timmy Too Sweet?
Yeah.
That is our ring announcer as a child.
That was our first year before he was our announcer, 2018.
So Rocket Pro starts in 2018, playing in a building that was made famous by Pro Wrestling Blitz. Was there any trepidation for Rocket following in the footsteps of a company that had quite the legacy?
Really big shoes to fill, man. Like they would sell out that place all the time. I remember going to a lot of those shows. It was some fun times. And then sitting there in the crowd, I didn't even fathom that we were going to be in there running shows. So, it's big shoes to fill. I give those guys credit. They did really good. So good job to them.
And now, obviously, we are, 5 years later, and you are putting up numbers that they would be proud of. Is that's you and
Santa?
So what's going on there? Is that must be
that
Christmas
was one of
chaos.
one of the years. Santa, he wanted to take pictures, so he said, "Hey, sit on my lap." So I just sat on his lap, took a picture.
And at what point did you take Santa and throw him out of the ring?
He was actually Rion's partner.
Oh well, that makes sense.
Then he came out and took pictures with everyone.
Rion has had a many colorful tag team partners over the years. With all the things you've done in a fairly long wrestling career, what do you find that you're the most proud of?
Helping build Rocket Pro, probably. I mean, Red was there. We had what, 80 fans, 90 fans our first show, and then we just took off from there. And it's credit to everybody, not just, you know, it's credit to the wrestlers, the fans, the people that help us set up, even concessions. Everyone that walks in that building, they're a part of Rocket Pro, hands down. I mean, I feel proud every time I leave those shows, and I'm just so excited to come showtime, man. I'm like a little kid. Get to go out there and watch guys like Aaron Stone, Quinn Whittick, just like put on masterpieces. So good guys, good talent, good people that have worked for us.
So now we're going to pass the baton over to Rachel, because I'm sure Rachel has a question or two for the man that does great work at Rocket Pro. Rachel, what's on your mind?
You always do this right when I mute myself because something's happening in the house that I don't need everybody to hear. Just so you know.
Come back to you if you need me to.
Yeah, please do, because I need to go remind everyone that I'm recording a podcast and I don't need their chaos. So I'll be right back.
Hot Rod Daddy Andy's about to have a long night. All right, we'll get right back to Rachel in just a moment. Red, you started at Rocket Pro in the first ever shows, and then you took a hiatus, and then you came back. So surely you have a question or two for Kevin. So what's on your mind tonight? What do you want to talk about, as the kids say?
I ain't want to talk about nothing. I'm just happy to be back. Damn it, shit. I mean, you can, again, he already stated 80 to 90 people in the first night. And again, I don't know how they measured that night. I looked at it as a success. Because anytime you get more than 10 people in the building, shit. And I'm grateful, period, for any fan, because I look at it that they can spend their money elsewhere. You know, they can take their family out to dinner, or they could go out to a bar, or hell, they could stay in and save their money. So over the past 5 years, this thing has not only caught on, but has grown substantially. And I think the thing that got me last time in May, there were 2 points. Rion knows one, so I won't bring that one up. But I had to sit back at some point before the show started, and I watched people. I'm a people watcher. And as Kevin said, everybody there is Rocket Pro. And you hear that, you know, oh, they're for the company. But when you see how many people there are with their hands on this, like, my God, it's bananas. And when you look at where Kevin has got talent from very first show up to, we can only talk about May of 23, like, the talent pool has grown so much. And that's due to the fact that Kevin does his homework. See, Kevin goes to shows. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't go to shows and pokes his chest out like, hey, yeah, I'm you know, this Rocket Pro. hey, this is my title. He comes in the way he is right now. This is why I love Kevin. The way he is right now is the way Kevin is 24/7. Like, if you throw him a surprise birthday party, this is probably the same look we're gonna get when he comes to the door. Like right now, like that's it. Like, like he's gonna smirk and but he's always been so like that is what used to irritate the shit out of me if we had to wrestle. Like, dude, I need some anger out of your ass. Something like give me some emotion. Like, no, Rihanna, this isn't the roses.
Oh, it might be there. I mean, in fact, if you want to do the roses now, I mean, it's kind of sounds like roses. I get why Rihanna put it up there.
I mean, if that's the case, then I can. I've known me and Rihanna have known NUKE for years. And he was always that to me, that gentle giant. I love that he didn't let shit bother him. Whether he had he would always be harder on himself. And like, dude, why? And I would ask him, like, why, dude, you did good. You went out there. That is what they wanted you to do. You did it. You did it to the best of your ability. I've never had an issue with working NUKE.
That picture, he's got a very Undertaker look going there.
It would be some of the, to me, best times because I knew this was a guy I felt safe. I mean, and that's crazy, but when you're working somebody and, you don't know if they know what the fuck they doing, you kind of wonder, are they going to fucking hurt me? And NUKE always took good care of me in the ring. Sometimes I got to tell him, lay that shit in, lay that shit in, lay that shit in. But I loved him. And he would still come out and support us even when he stopped. That just showed me the character of the man. He just wasn't oh, okay, I ain't booked, fuck you guys, stay at home. No. He continued to support all of us, when he could. So I'm very grateful. And I'll never forget the day he reached out. He was like, hey man. And even his text, like if you read his text, it sounds like Kevin. It doesn't change. Like you don't have it reads like Kevin is talking to you.
Yeah, try to be polite, man.
No, but it's just who you are, and that's why I love you. And he tells me, hey man, working for this brand new company, and we would love to bring you and the rest of the ARC in, man. Are you interested? And I'm like,
So cynical.
It wasn't about being cynical, but how many times do you hear that? Well, Steve, you don't hear that shit. But
well played.
Me and Rian have been around long enough, and I'm sure Rachel has heard open promises before. People all the time.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, hey, I'm starting a new company. Hey man, come work for me. And you get excited, like, oh shit, new company. All right, great. And the shit either never happens or like you go to the show and like It's the drizzling shits. Kevin, from the moment I walked in, I told Kevin I was fucking floored. Like there has never ever been a company that has started since I've been around that came in the door with that much shit. I mean, they were prepared. Like if we're going to be a wrestling company, we're going to be a damn wrestling company.
Absolutely.
And I was like, shit. And I told Kevin, yes, I am grateful to be here. So then you fast forward, and I guess I can let the cat out the bag now, Kevin. I mean, we had been in talks, before. And I don't know, God does things in his own time, so I can't, where I might have been frustrated or overwhelmed at times about certain things, when it was time to come back, I came back. I didn't second guess it. And, Kevin was the first one in the door, like, hey man, hey bro, welcome back.
Yeah, because I know the kind of person you are too. So
him, Bill, of course you, Steve, but
I was never going to ever not let you come back.
Morris Day.
Morris Day.
And
Every month.
That's the crazy part. You have to walk up, and the two people that were passing out wristbands, and I said, my ticket is under Morris Day. And the look they had was like, what the fuck? And these were older people. So they were like, huh?
You're not him.
I don't know if that was the response or
they couldn't believe you finally showed up to get the damn ticket.
No, but it was one of those damn coyotes who had to say, look under C red. And because at that point I didn't know what to say. Like, and they found it under C red / Morris Day. And
good job.
It was just funny. It was just funny. But Kevin, you have done wonderful work at Rocket Pro. But more importantly, you have been a friend, a real friend throughout all these years, starting with at IUWA, where we met with Chi-Town, and then going over to LOW with Gordon. You have always been a great guy to be around. You are a great husband, a great father, and it is just a pleasure to know that all these years you haven't changed. You're still that gentle giant. You're that guy that we don't know if you're mad, if you're upset, if you're happy, and I like that. I mean, because that means I can come up to you and approach you. I'm not about to go off to a pissed off giant. If I know he's pissed off, I'm gonna stay away from him. But you're not that type of person. Your spirit and your soul is so inviting. So for all these years, thank you for it sounds so cliche and somebody should be hitting B. Arthur in the background. But thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being a friend to the original group, and I mean, again, Max and rest his soul, Jake and Rion and I don't know if I said Max, but Gordon, and myself. You know, you've always stayed true and stayed a real friend. You know, even when I left Rocket Pro, and you knew I was going through rough times on social media, you reached out. So I will forever be indebted and grateful in my life to have a friend like Kevin Palmer.
Thank you, Red. I appreciate it. Me too.
Well, the roses. I love the roses. You kind
That
of,
was so sweet.
I know, right?
How do you beat that?
I
You
don't know
don't.
if you listened to the JFW podcast this morning, but Travis T tried to do roses of his own. He had a segment with Pac-Man where he did similar things, and I'm like, man, C Red is just an educator.
Uh-huh.
Travis probably had a lot of F-bombs in his roses.
There were one or two, that's for sure. Rachel, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. I turned off my camera because I'm having leg pain, so I'm sprawled out on my couch right now.
Okay, well, that's okay. We're glad to have your hair as long as we did have it. So you've had a chance to listen to the roses, and I know you left and had some questions. Hopefully you still have some for Kevin.
I don't know, like, because I don't know him as well as you guys do, but I mean, I will say that I like anybody that doesn't tell me no when I'm say I'm going to do something, and so far you haven't told me no. And I don't know, I think you create a great presence at, Rocket Pro. And have you ever experienced any challenges with that, or is it just the nature of your personality has made it easy for you to run it?
Just my personality. I think I get along with everyone. I hope. It's like Red said, man, this has been me for my whole life. It's just the way
Yeah.
the way my parents raised me. So it's just be nice to everyone. If someone does something wrong to you, just brush it off. That's kind of how I am. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, not a confrontational guy. I'll talk it out before we start screaming.
Unless the idols show up and you need to flex those nuke muscles.
But
Well, that was really good, Rachel. That was a hell of a question.
yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were all of a sudden quiet. I thought you disappeared into the ether.
No,
again.
I'm still here. It's just sometimes when I ask questions, you just are so stunned that I can be thoughtful.
No, I'm not stunned. I just thought it was a well asked question. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
yeah. Cool.
Did you say you had another one?
No,
Okay, moving on.
I like to listen and interject.
Interject and listen, and we love you for all of the
And
listening.
like I said, I mean, that's the highest praise I can give somebody is you created a backstage culture that I'm comfortable being in.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
that's probably one of the best things about Rocket Pro is
Really, Rian.
Yes.
What
Yes.
is it?
It's like a pink nightmare.
I will do anything for my son. So thank you for showing that.
It seemed like Steve needed some help, so I put that up there. My apologies.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
I love the little guy.
Quick to find the flaws. Okay. Riyadh, do you have questions since you're on Vox now?
Nope.
No questions? You are, of course, a champion at Rocket Pro, so you're under the charge of one Kevin Palmer.
Hey, Mr. Kevin Palmer, aka NUKE guy that runs things from time to time. May I ask you a question?
Sure.
Does that count as my question?
Yes, that's fine.
Wonderful. Thank you very much,
Ryan,
sir. I have others, but I can continue on like this if you like.
I'd like to. I want to get asked the questions, Riyadh.
No. I've known Rian
I'm
forever.
sorry.
He's all good.
Both of you were talking at the same time. Could you say that again, Mr. Palmer, aka NUKE?
No, I said I've known you for a long time. You don't need to ask me anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. Unless you want to, we can talk wrestling. Let's go.
Okay. Here's my next question for you, randomly off the top of my head, I guess. Did you announce the matches that you were going to announce for the Rocket Pro Fall Brawl show?
I have not. I'm not going to announce every single one of them, but I can announce a few of
Oh
them.
God, no! That would just be insane. You can't do that now. No one will remember. They wouldn't
Everybody
even
know,
remember that.
yeah, everybody knows one match. It's on the flyer. I'm
All
sure.
right.
I'm sure Quinn Whittick has a lot to say too, because I'm going to let him have an open mic.
You're going to let Quinn Whittick have an open mic?
Yes, if he's listening to this, he's going to have an open mic. He can come out. I mean, he never really lost his title, and something happened, and I want to find out what happened. And if he's listening to this, he can have an open mic, and I'm going to give it to him in the beginning of the show. So there's one thing I'm giving away. He's going to come out in the beginning of the show and talk about what happened.
I just saw him with the open mic Saturday night. That did not, well, it was certainly colorful. I'll go with that.
Hopefully, when he has the open mic, he's looking at the cross on the wall, though, at our place.
I'm thinking you might want Father Tim to maybe not tune into the first half hour.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know if seeing the cross will have any effect.
I'll make sure I have him keep it PG-13 at least.
Yeah.
But why are we guessing what happened? We know what happened. It don't take excuse the pun, rocket science to figure out this was all saint. This was all saint. It was saint. It's kind of funny how nobody else got a shot, but Saints got, right?
Where there's smoke, there's
True.
fire.
True.
I mean, I wasn't born yesterday. I was born, but it was many moons ago. But again, this is all the undeniable.
But is there more to the story? Is Quinn going to tell us what happened, where he was, what happened to him?
I'm not that
Oh,
part.
no.
I'm sure, but I'm sure when you muddle through and you you move all the dirt, you're gonna find that snake slithering down that hole and pull it out, and it's gonna be dang insane.
Oh yeah,
It
good
doesn't,
point.
like it's not rocket science, you
Now
know.
wait.
Now I'm gonna be honest. If Chris Logan had came out, right? Okay, I'd have got it. Okay, you need a match of championship caliber. Okay, cool, no problem. But it's your guy, like you blatant with it, like, hey, I'm calling the shots, so therefore, oh, okay. So I mean, to me, it was his plan. He didn't think Aaron Stone, the Dream Breaker, was worth any of his time. So he put that dude, wave his face. He put that ugly ass in the ring.
What does this
And
mean?
right now it means timeout. But right now it means he's an asshat. He put him in there, and really that was a slap to the face of Aaron Stone. Like, that's the best you got? Oh, okay. Well, and we see who walked away with the title and the championship that night. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to hearing what he has to say. I'm sure it's going to be very colorful. Maybe y'all should take one of the spotlights, since we are talking about the cross, and just put one of the spotlights right on the cross so we can remember where we are. That way there's no issues on Sunday. Just say,
It's true. It might be on fire. We don't know that.
I mean, at least we can hustle him right into a confession booth.
Well, since Steve keeps waiting time out, I don't give a damn. So
you got to give a damn, because I got to call you out right now.
you don't.
I do.
About what?
I feel like you're being a little too hard on the general manager.
Fuck Damian Saint.
yourself in Damian Saint's shoes. If
Steve,
Fuck
you're-
Damian Saint
okay,
shoes.
all right. So let's
Steve.
say yes.
This is yellow journalism right here.
Yellow journalism.
Yeah.
Break it
Cowardly
down.
journalism. Asking questions to create sensationalism.
I'm not asking a question to create sensationalism.
Yes, you are.
But my point is for C Red. C Red has been in these positions before.
Rachel,
He
what
will
he's
give opportunities
doing,
to his friends.
Mhm.
what he's doing, Rachel, is still trying to kiss Damian Saint's ass.
Mhm. Yes.
Because I'm sure that the undeniables and the fabulous idols have all been in cahoots this whole fucking time. And at one point, Steve was under duress and he couldn't say shit bad about Damian Saint or he would be fired and all this. Well, guess what? Damian Saint ain't giving me a motherfucking contract. So I can say it. Fuck Damian Saint.
Yeah, what
See
is
the
with
man?
the-
See that man right there with the hat?
I do.
Lift it up one more time. Lift it up one more time, Kevin. Do that. Yeah, right there. That's the man that gave me a goddamn contract. So fuck Damian Saint.
Hey, Steve. Steve, what's with the love for Damian Saint? Didn't he screw you
Yeah.
up plenty of times there?
He screwed me plenty of times. That's true. But you cannot argue with.
I have a question. My
Yes, Mr.
apologies.
Yes, Mr. Skills.
Mr. Palmer, aka Nuke,
Shoot.
did you happen to have anything to do with this match that's on the screen right now?
This match?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Which Jace, say it again.
Champion Showcase.
Did you have anything to do with setting that up?
Maybe.
Okay, that's good enough for me. 50-50. I'll continue on with putting other things up there. I was just curious. I'll go back to being silent.
I do like that. That's gonna be a good show. Can't wait to see it.
So does that mean that this Sunday, in Richmond Park, Nuke will make an appearance?
Might be a Nuke sighting. I've been planning on going.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, of course, I won't be there.
Oh no! What?
Yep.
That's disappointing.
The Pride Parade. I gotta go be gay and do crime.
That is the name of tonight's episode. Go be gay and do crime.
There will be no crime.
Stevie Two Belts.
Yes, Stevie Two Belts. Put one of the belts. He should put both of the belts on the line
I have no idea what's happening.
if he's bad enough.
I saw the graphic put up I believe it was either yesterday or this morning. I can't remember which. Suddenly I didn't know, when you win a title.
I do know that it's not a titles match. It's just a showcase.
Oh,
Just letting everyone know that it is. I do know that as informational liaison, it is just a showcase of champions.
oh, so Rion Skills gets to show y'all his skills and beat y'all ass, and all the other two get to keep their titles. That's a bunch of bullshit. But okay, all right.
What? Come on. I mean, I know I'm going to get my ass kicked, but if it was a title match, I'd be all right with losing to Rion. I think I'd be an honor. Rion was the first champion I ever called wrestling for at PCW back in the day. So I would consider that a privilege to fall at the hands of the real deal.
No shame losing to either Red or
Turtle is one of the most over players in the game right now. If I lose to either of those people, it's to be expected. So hey, I'm just happy to be there. I'm in a champion showcase match. So again, the ride.
You say his name right.
What?
You say his name. You say Turtle's name right. You say the whole thing. You say, especially with
the amazing
Palmer here.
Turtle,
shit.
Mike Brennan, the Rocket Pro Wrestling Chicagoland champion.
Wait. Hold on. That's wrong, because according to the JFW podcast that I did listen to, Mr. Mike Brennan is trying to take that out of the Amazing Turtle as well as Mr. Travis T. So you're gonna have to say the whole Rocket Pro thing minus the Mike Bremen part. You gotta say the whole thing. Say the whole thing if you're gonna say it. Otherwise, don't say it.
So the Amazing Turtle, Rocket Pro Wrestling Chicagoland champion. Is that it?
Yes, based on the JFW podcast. Yes.
So he's taking his name out.
He's taking his name out of the turtle. Well, okay, I guess that's the thing then.
So while Steve gets his ass whooped on Sunday, hey, Kevin, it's just me and you and Rachel. Hey, drop one of them nuggets if you don't mind for September. But it's just between the three of us.
Oh, you mean a match?
Well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, I mean,
Oh,
Go right ahead.
well, you have the main event, but then there's also going to be a rematch. It's going to be Maximus Orion taking on the Intercounty champion Rion Skills
Bitch, what?
in a rematch.
Excuse me?
Uh-oh.
Bitch,
Uh-oh.
what?
Sorry. Hey, Maximus called and said he wanted another shot at the title, so it's going to be both you guys in the ring.
Will there be any stipulations to this match?
Nope. Winner takes all.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, I just signed one yesterday. It's going to be Eric Schultz taking on Koa Laksamana. So that should be a good one.
Oh my God, the scumbag versus the Hawaiian Hitman.
Yeah.
That fall brawl.
I don't even.
I'm just happy that Schultz is going to get.
Just see him beating him like a peon.
Jeez, my God, he's gonna beat the pineapple sauce right out of him.
Gonna beat his suspenders off.
Like, I just see him getting his ass whooped all over. Like, you sure you want to do that? Like,
don't do that under God's house. That's like Sodom and Gomorrah.
It's signed.
that's just an ass whooping. Just blatant ass.
That won't be pretty.
Schultz, if you're watching this, just don't even show up. Don't.
Schultz
I know you signed. I know the contract signed, but you ain't got to show up.
Let your self-preservation kick in.
Yeah, you don't want none of it.
Stay home. Get some briefs together. Read some law books.
The files, not the underwear.
Because you're a horrible lawyer, so you need all the homework you can get.
Here's the big one, and I was excited to say this on this show.
Oh, shit.
This is going to be a match for the Rocket to the Top briefcase in November. It's going to be Christian Rose versus Gunnar Brave versus Hartenbauer in a triple threat match. The winner of that advances to the Rocket to the Top November. That's going to be the semi-main event.
Christian Rose
versus Gunnar Brave
versus
Hartenbauer.
I believe Gunnar Brave might hold. Oh my God, he and I think Gunnar Brave has a victory over Christian Rose earlier.
This is a different Christian Rose, though.
Y'all forget Christian and lost it.
Yep, I'm with you,
Christian,
Red.
I was there. I called it.
Makes him very dangerous.
You got to understand. I've got history with Christian Rose, so I've seen nice Christian Rose. He's not called old evil for nothing.
Yeah,
and people keep forgetting, that evil part. And I've seen it. I've seen it more than one time. And up to now with those damn Coyotes, we've had good Christian Rose. Likes to get along with everybody. But did you not see what he did to his own boy? His student, his protege.
Picked him up and threw him.
So
incidental contact.
Shit.
He lost him.
It was accidental.
Shit, it wasn't accidental.
Well, looking at Connor Hopkins' face, I don't think he appreciated it.
No, I don't think Connor enjoyed it. I mean, it was a moment that sent shockwaves through Rocket Pro. That's neither here nor there. but we have to remember what Christian Rose has been through the last several months as the Bucky Collins effect has taken a toll because he's cost him a lot. And the man had a momentary loss of sanity and committed an egregious act. You know, friends get over it, family fight and get over it. The Coyotes will be fine.
Okay, Steve, so if I was mad and I picked you up and threw you, you'd get over it.
At some point, I mean, once I regain consciousness, I'd probably get over it.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be like, why the hell did you do that?
Well, of course I'd be like, why the hell did you do that?
You'd still talk to me?
Of course I would.
Steve.
I say plenty to piss people off. I expect to get hit at this point.
Steve, you know I keep my ear to the ground. Constant.
King of Dreamwave.
Things are all not what they seem in Coyote Land.
Oh, who's the number one contenders for the tag team titles? It's another match.
What shit,
Who's the number one contenders?
Well, we know it's the final level.
Final level versus the Coyotes for the tag team titles.
Kevin's just giving it all to us. He's just giving it all. He's like,
I'm done.
Hey, I'm just giving you everything. I'm giving it all.
There's gonna be a lot happening September 9th, so I'm hoping people come there, but it's gonna be a really good show. We got a lot of good matches, so can't wait.
I hope my surgery's
That's enough
after
to make you want to go to the show.
Yeah. That triple threat match can be crazy.
So we got a triple threat. Christian Rose, Hartenbauer.
Making his Rocket Pro debut, mind you.
Right.
And
Gunner Brave. That's one match.
That's a match of that's match of the night right there, maybe.
Then you got the TLC match right there with Quinn and
that's the match of the night, maybe. How could you have two matches of the night?
Why are you calling every match of the night?
Oh, we can't.
Then you have the Inter-County Championship on the line. Maximus Orion versus the real deal, Forever Rion Skills.
That could be match of the night. That was a hotly contested match in May. Plus, Rion's in fighting shape now. He's looking like Rion from 2014 these days.
You are trying to get a rise out of him.
Someday.
Then you have the final level versus those damn Coyotes. Shit. Well, I would say take my money, but I work for the company, so I'll be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, ready to go. Let's start. Let's go. Fuck it.
Are we finally reunited on commentary, Red? Do we finally get to do it together after all this time apart?
You might have to defend your title that night, sir. See, I don't have
that's a Joey title. The titles aren't coming back.
Well, if it comes down to it, I will stand in for Steve on commentary. I'm just putting myself out there.
Joey's not.
I promise I won't swear.
Rachel, you can't make that promise.
I can.
I'm sure Steve would defend it anytime.
I would, but he's not going to do that. He doesn't want any of that. You know, he's still licking his wounds. Every time I try to talk to him on social media, he cowers away like a child.
Well, he's got to probably ask all his guys a lot of questions, like what the heck's going on.
Well, the Johnny Nye situation, that's something that surprised even me.
How?
I mean, so Roth hitting Johnny Nye with the belt happened literally in front of me. And all I'm going to say is that I feel like Roth could have stopped himself if he wanted to.
He could have, and I'm glad I'm not the only one. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much. Like, I need Steve.
No one's reflexes are that slow.
Before you do these shows, please do your homework. Thank you very much. When you get off air tonight, and while you're editing this footage,
I have seen that match. I saw the impact.
But clearly you're not seeing what she saw up close in person, and I saw about 7 feet away. Joey had enough time to stop. And he didn't. And that's the thing that I'm sure Johnny Nye said, "What the fuck?"
Well, potentially. I mean, it was. Yeah, maybe we'll get him on the show and we'll ask him.
I wasn't in the locker room, but I bet if anybody can guess the time that happened, I guess Steve, you were in the back, and I bet you can say Johnny Nye is not around the idols.
No,
Johnny Nye probably told the idols, "Leave me the fuck alone."
Yeah, they kept us pretty sequestered. We did not get to, they would not let the idols come anywhere near us, nor us near them.
No,
so.
but I'm saying if somebody could look and peek through, I guarantee you he was far away from the idols after that point. I'm sure Joey, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." And Johnny didn't want to hear that shit.
Well, clearly.
Johnny knew he had enough time to not hit him, and he still did. So when it happened during the main event, I wasn't shocked. Like I said, I got a receipt for you, bitch.
All I'm gonna say is I go many miles per hour around a track, and I've never hit one of my own teammates.
Well, that's a nice that's a good comparison there. I suppose that makes
sense. I've never hit any of my
friends. Lies. Vicious, slanderous lies.
Where are the lies? Where are the lies?
All over.
Where?
We're not going here right now.
Kevin would not bring me back if I was such a despicable person.
Well, that's fair. You're not a despicable person, but you do morally questionable things at times.
Got to be there for his grandchildren.
Right. I got grandkids now. You know, they bring you down. They bring you down. You know? I was just with them yesterday.
But I'm in a good mood. I'll give you one more.
Oh shit!
He's just giving it all. Just give it all away, Kevin.
For the Outer Limits Championship, it'll be Connor Hopkins versus Shaq Jordan.
Jack!
So I told you I'm making this show hot. So we're gonna have some good matches.
That's gonna be, man. Okay, if my surgery ends up falling prior to the 9th, I'm gonna need someone to live stream this for me.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one too.
Wow, Shaq Jordan, Connor Hopkins.
So can I just spend the night Friday night, because I know parking is parking is gonna be a bitch. So everybody gonna be there in their mamas with sleeping bags. So I'm coming Friday afternoon after work, so I can have a cozy spot and set my commentary spot up nice and right, because I don't want to miss a damn thing. Shaq Jordan, Connor.
Yeah,
my opinion, that could be the main eventer.
Damn.
Now that could be match of the fucking night.
How many matches of the night do we need to have?
Oh, it's our open up show, man, for the new season. So I gotta put doozies out there.
My God, there are doozy after doozy.
And it's all for you too, Steve, so you can call some stuff.
I'm very excited.
Like I said, when I don't get to do commentary, I miss it because I know the matches that happen at Rocket Pro are amazing. But between Travis and C-Red, I listened to the whole show to see how they did commentary, and I thought it was fantastic. I thought they did a fantastic job taking our place.
Hey, how you forget the professor?
Professor and I don't always see eye to eye, that guy and I. But I love the professor, but we don't always see eye to eye, he and I. I think Professor might just be a little bit undeniable. But you didn't hear that here. Just between us.
Here we go with the yellow journalism again.
There's no yellow journal. Why are you always he's doing the yellow journalism? I didn't do nothing.
I ain't doing nothing.
Who's the one with like a communications degree?
I don't know.
Isn't that you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I do have a piece of paper that says I lasted through broadcasting school, so I suppose
yeah, exactly.
There's a horrible video of you walking down the street with a microphone trying to rap.
Trying to rap? Oh no, the Tinder bots that's amazing. That's the best version of Ignition you've ever heard in your life.
Nuke did not hire you to sing. That's why you're on commentary.
Well, I don't sing at Rocket Pro.
Thank
Unless-
God you
unless
don't
they
sing
ask-
anything.
Unless they ask me to.
They'll never do that.
That's true. Probably true.
They want the fans to stay, not run in droves out the doors.
Mhm.
I get that. Nuke, you have put together, I mean, we don't even know all of it, but you gave us way more than I thought you were going to give us. What a fantastic card. I mean, Rocket Pro, when it shuts down in May and doesn't come back to September, I get people all the time saying, God, we miss you guys. How does that make you feel that, of all the wrestling companies that still run in the summer, people are still talking about Rocket Pro?
Makes me feel good, but I like to come back too, but I do like the break to spend with my family. I do
No
like
doubt.
3 months off, but I'm always itching to come back. It's like refreshes everything. So, but it's humbling and honored that people want to see us. I can't wait till September 9th, man.
I wanted to
got some good stuff for October too. So
the Darkness Falls is I've always equated it to like kind of our WrestleMania, because there's always something that happens at Darkness Falls that you're like, holy shit, did I just see that?
if you want me back on in like August or September after the show, I could tell you the October matches.
We are going to bring you on
I can come on it for 5 minutes and tell you the matches. You guys will.
We're going to bring you on right before Darkness Falls, and we'll go over all of it.
All right.
We'll call it the Rocket Pro Darkness Falls Go Home Show.
But we can't just bring him back. We gotta see if we can get Bill.
We'll get Bill. We'll get Shelly. We'll
You need to get your tag team partner on here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
The faces of Rocket Pro. That's what we'll call it.
No, Shelly is Rocket Pro. You could tell that this is her baby, and she showcased herself magnificently. You've never seen anything like that when that girl came out of that curtain. It was an amazing moment for everybody.
Yeah, because you really didn't do shit. So
those three are very, very good to work with, and I love them like my second family. I probably wouldn't do this for anyone else, honestly.
Dude, let me ask this question. Since I keep hearing that from you. How close are the Palmers and the Shellys? Like, with this 3 months being off, like, have you guys sat down and broke bread together or just hung out?
We've had like meetings and stuff, and they've invited me and my wife over for dinner, but my parents are going through some stuff right now, so that we got to put that on hold to go over to their house for some dinner. But yeah, no, Shelley's and us are cool. I go to their Halloween parties and have fun. They're great people.
Those Halloween parties, y'all should come to those parties. They're great. That haunted house trail that they have blew my mind.
Yeah. Bill can do anything. He's an event dude. His house, man, looked just like a haunted house. It was awesome.
Unbelievable. I think we have an SCW show the night of the night of the Shelley's Halloween party. We had the same thing last year too, but I left Shabant's and drove all the way to their party, and I got there at the end. So, I was there for an hour and a half, and they had food, and they took me through the haunted house, even though it was kind of winding down. I'm going again.
Yeah. Fun times. But yeah, it was funny. Weren't you Captain America? I think you were like walking down the street as Captain America.
I think I did wear my Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Halloween. I love dressing up. I got all kinds of costumes here, but that's for another show. Kevin, we had fan access for the first time in May, and I understand that fan access might return in September as well. How did you feel about it? And did it work well for Rocket Pro? Did you feel like it was a good thing?
I liked it. I think with having you guys in those podcasts there, that you guys you got it going a little bit. At first it was slowly, but we only had 2 weeks to plan for that. Now we have 3 months to plan for the one in September, and it's going to be even better, and we can promote it better. So I can't wait. Have the Power Hour back on there. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's a good thing for the fans to come out and meet some of their favorite Rocket Pro stars or any indie wrestler that's out there. If you're not on the card, we invite them to come there, sell their merchandise. So
nice.
I still think now this had nothing to do with you. I was disappointed in the fans. I really was.
Oh, yeah,
I
not a lot there.
I just thought like this is a cool concept. Like nobody does this, you know. I like people do meet and greets, you know what I'm saying? But they do it like, 30 minutes, before the doors open, or maybe, you know, if you spend an extra $5 on your ticket, you can get in, early, but to have a afternoon to hang out with different people that essentially, you're spending your money to watch and cheer. Like, I just thought that was like so innovative and so different. Like it just wasn't an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And I was really hoping the fans would um
Advantage of
take
it.
to it. Right. Because again, it never happens. And then the thing is, for me, I've been places where some fans get insulted, like if you have to leave, then they're like, oh, well, I want to talk to him, or I wanted to take a picture, or I wanted to buy some merch. And it's like, but this is the great opportunity. Like, you've got time. Now I understand everybody has a life and
Oh, yeah.
everybody has other things to do, but it's like it was from 12 to 4. So like, you could have came the first half, then left, or came the second half and stayed. It's like people should take advantage of that. I know here on the Power Hour, we will be pushing the fan access a lot more because we want people to come out and everything from what happened. The water was it a water balloon fight?
It did not
No
go well
question.
for anybody, by the
Yeah.
way, just so you know.
Well, I wasn't in it, so
I
thank
was
God.
not, but I've heard many things about it. When you have Youth Gone Wild involved in anything along with No Coast, bad things will happen.
And then we had a good time, all of us. So I just think, the fans are missing out on a huge opportunity to be more of a part of Rocket Pro, if I could say that, like this way you get to meet the, you could not like somebody, you know, hell, I sat next to Steve the entire time. I don't necessarily always like him, but I sat next to things, Now I tell you what, Nuke,
What's up, man?
keep Grin the fuck at home.
Oh, he sat on your lap, didn't he?
Keep Grin the fuck at home.
Yeah, he didn't. Red was having nightmares for a while.
One more time.
We had to enact girl code.
Keep Grin the fuck at home. Please.
That's all.
I'm saying it nicely. Please.
Okay. I'll put it under advisement.
Under advisement.
No,
Everybody
But like,
loves Grin. See,
Oh,
Red
back to-
loves Grin.
get back to something Red said about the fan access. You hit the hit the head, whatever that saying is.
Hit the
but-
nail on the head.
Thank you. I was stumbling. We do that because we want them to meet them, because after the show they want to leave. So that's exactly what he said. That's kind of like was our idea. Like, hey, come meet the wrestlers now before the show's over, because they want to go home. So
Makes
That's what-
perfect sense. Plus,
fun
anybody
activities.
that watches this show, I mean, you see us and we record it and we send it, and it's fun, and people enjoy the interviews and people enjoy the interaction, and I get nice things said all the time, and I appreciate it. But we are even better, I think, live. So, I've wanted to do the Power Hour live for a long time, but because everybody's schedules and because of, what we do, this format has worked out better, at least for now. But at some point, I want to do this live, because I think in front of a live audience with people participating, it makes us that much better. And it's the interaction that I thought was so much fun at Fan Access, because, we're talking to the Coyotes and we're talking to anybody that wants to come up and say a few words about their match. And we're having fun with the LIM and having fun with the fans. That's what we do. And I think that's why I liked Fan Access so much, is because it allowed people to be interactive with us in a live setting. And I think we're even better at what we do when we're live than here. And it's a nice outlet to have it. So we appreciate being a part of Fan Access. And as long as you guys do it, the Power Hour would be interested in participating in it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, man. It's going to be fun. Get to start with that, and then you come to the show.
And you get to have some food and some beverages, and you see match after match of great wrestling. And when all is said and done, after a great day, you're still out of there by 8:30. Which is
And as an old lady, there is nothing better to me than an early night.
Yeah. So, I mean, we like to start at 5. I think a lot of the workers like that too. So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't like to start and be like, ooh, I'm not used to getting off at this time. Like,
I get a lot of, you guys start at 5, I can go to another show.
Well, I mean, in my younger days, yes,
Yeah.
that would be great. Now, it's,
You're like
pulling
a
up
Tom Bucket saying,
like I can get in bed. What?
Mhm.
Early? Shoot,
yeah,
that feels good.
Sleep is not overrated. That much is absolutely true. Kevin, Rocket Pro is on an amazing roll right now, and you have a large hand in the success that it's having. Where would you like to see Rocket Pro go? Not only for Rocket Pro, but for yourself personally.
geez, that's a good question. I mean, I'd like to see it even go bigger than what we're doing. I just want these guys to come here, wrestle, and have fun. That's all I want. Just come out, do what you need to do, have fun, get showcased. Hopefully you guys make it to the higher levels. I mean, every guy that comes there, like Red said, if you want to come to me, talk to me, I'm an open door, man. I love all those guys. They've done so much for Rocket Pro. I mean, you don't know how much that like means to me and all that stuff. They'll come back, give me their suggestions. I'll roll with it. I mean, everyone's good. They're I think the locker room's really good back there. But I want to see us go higher. I'd like to hopefully hit 500 is my goal for the fans to get in there. So
Very close a couple of times. We'll get
coming
there.
out with some good ideas. So some of these matches that I'm putting together, I'm hoping we can get 500 people there.
What's the fire marshal code? What's the number? Anybody know? Oh, okay.
I'm sure there's a sign somewhere.
Okay.
It's right under the cross.
I think I might get in trouble by Shelly for saying that, but that's my goal, and I want to.
Well, dude, 500? That's not. Why would you to get 500?
I don't think I'm supposed to be saying numbers.
Oh well,
Numbers.
I mean,
But-
dude, I don't.
That's
There's
my
no
goal.
way that you would have told me
400 hits our highest.
that first show. There's no way in the world you would have told me. Yeah, man, we're gonna have standing room only. No way. But then I saw as you brought in different talent, the crowds, the wrestling got better. So now I can see why there's standing room only in since the beginning of 23, that all 9 shows, or going back to 22, have been sellouts and have been standing room only. Like it's what you're doing behind the scenes, So the hell with you, Damien. It's not you. And I've been wanting to tell you that for a while. It's not you. It's the people backstage that are putting this together. It's not you. You just wear an ugly ass suit. You want to be
Oh, see now.
you can't be. There's
Come
only
on.
me.
Come on.
So you do all of this, and again, the crowd has grown and grown and grown. I mean, first of all, I know no other company that gave birth to a group of fans as loyal, but yet rowdy, but yet innovative as the LIM
And the Rocket Boys.
and the Rocket Boys. Like, you guys got two groups of fans in one company. Like, who does that?
Did we forget about White Girl Wasted or no?
Oh, there's White Girl Wasted.
Wow.
And it's not me.
Probably watching.
Wow, there's a group named White Girl Wasted. Okay, see, you learn something new every day here on the Power Hour.
On the Power Hour.
But again, Kevin, so you should really apologize yourself and everybody that you work with, because again, you guys, a lot of times Steve might blow smoke up people's ass. But I know for a fact, I've heard people ask, like, they're fiending for Rocket Pro, like like a heroin addict, like a meth addict, like a crackhead. They're fiending for like September. Like, they're pissed.
Called our fans crackheads.
No, there are some
That's
people
not
that,
great.
You're
Father
pissed.
Tim is not going to like that.
It is an analogy, Steve. See, do you know what that means? No, you don't. I forgot. Second grade education. These people are hungry, and like, I even had one person contact me in my DM, and I swear to you, they are mad that they have to wait till September. And I'm like, why are you mad at me? Like,
It's your
what I
fault.
do? I didn't do nothing. You know, don't talk to me. You know,
Come to the
Go
show.
on that
Don't be
page.
disappointed.
you know, go on their page, harass them. Don't come in my DMs. You know, but that's how much people have fallen in love with Rocket Pro.
Very good to hear. Humbled, but good to hear.
Dude, awesome.
So we've talked about your wrestling upbringing. We've talked about Rocket Pro. You've given us the tea on a lot of the matches that are happening. So we're very grateful that you chose our platform to reveal such amazing matches. We all can't wait. If we were excited before, we're over the moon now, from the mat to the stars, as it were. But I want to know about NUKE, and I want to know, when is NUKE going to start actively participating in ring again? Because I think the world needs NUKE.
Well, there's one guy that's been talking smack, and I'm probably gonna regret saying this, but I'd like to get in there and beat the living hell out of Joey Roth. NUKE versus Joey Roth. Maybe me and you can team up, Steve.
Oh, give Joey a partner? You and me versus Joey and an idol? Show me where to sign. I got a pen. Let's do it now. Sign
right here. The three of us.
it.
Versus the idols.
Kevin, NUKE,
You Red,
Steve, and Red versus the idols.
What do you say, C-Red?
You put those boots on, man. You put them on.
Make it happen before December, and we can talk.
What's before December?
Oh, he's been talking about retiring. He
I'm
ain't retiring. You ain't retiring.
I'm hanging up the boots.
You are not hanging up no boots
in December. So
no, not going to let it happen.
You're still going to be doing some stuff though?
Yeah. Different stuff. Yeah. Commentary, you can't get hurt at commentary.
I read that's not exactly true.
That's very true. I don't run my mouth like you do, so I don't get hurt.
That is fair. That is fair. Message received.
But no, I don't know how to say this. Like, I would love to wrestle, but I want to leave spots open for the other guys, if that makes any sense.
It totally does.
I mean, storyline wise, if I have to do something, I don't want to take up someone else's spot to wrestle. That's for them. That's for them to do. I just want to be the guy that like writes the stories, books the talent, and just let them have their fun and let them have their moment. I don't want to be like, Vince McMahon putting myself in a title match or something like that. But
You're
At
still gonna
85.
kick Joey Ross' ass.
yeah, but I'd like to wrestle Joey Roth. That's a challenge.
Wow. Hey, wasn't Joey in those locker rooms with us back then?
We go way back too.
How far he has fallen?
And he's gonna keep going down. He's on the highway to hell.
He's still a friend of mine. He's still a friend. I love him. Just I don't agree with all the decisions. Sorry, Joe. And Damien saying you suck.
Well, you got to stop that. That's gonna have side effects.
I don't like
you-
like the guy at all either, but he's been one heck of a GM.
He all right. I mean, he doing his job, except for sometimes he get power drunk, like he did in May. Again, that was a power play. Then, I'm Damien Saint, and I can go out here and I can make Quinn not show up and give my guy a title shot.
That's one of the greatest impressions of all time. That's exactly how Damian Saint sounds.
I
Like
don't
Damien,
think he sounds that English.
like Damien.
Come on, Rachel. He's a little English.
Again, you forget who I am, who wrote the book on this.
As a literal English person,
You forget.
Steve? No, he's not.
I have to abdicate to her expertise. He's not, but that was still an impression.
Hey, Steve, I have a question for you.
Mm.
How about this? With the exception of yours and Shelley's win, what was your favorite moment in Rocket Pro and the most shocking moment to you?
Wow, there have been so many moments. I came in to the company at Darkness Falls in 2021, and it was the night that Shogun and Marche fought in the last ride match with the hearse. And that was my first match. That was my first card to work at Rocket Pro.
And
to be able to call a match that I think is up there and will forever be up there in the annals of Rocket Pro history, I think that is my favorite moment. However, the most holy shit moment was that non-sanctioned lights out match. And let's be honest, that probably shouldn't have happened. That was a bad idea, and people got hurt and people got scared, and there was blood, lots of blood.
But it ended that night, so it needed to happen.
It did. So those are a couple of things that jump out. I mean, one of the great moments that I missed because I was concussed was, and I've watched the match like 7 times now because I'm such a fan of it, was Avalon and Wittek. That is a wrestling match for the ages. If you love wrestling in any way, you watch that match. The storytelling, the moves, everything that they did in that match. I'm hoping that there's a rematch at some point, so I'm not sitting back in medical, so I can actually sit and call the match. That's one of my big regrets at Rocket Pro, period, is the fact that I got my ass kicked and had to be carried out and didn't get to do commentary on that match because it's one of the best I've ever seen.
I got you, Steve.
I appreciate that. But no, I mean, there are so many. I mean, I could go on for a week. Obviously, when Rion turned on Max, that was a shocking, to say the least. I mean, I don't think anybody in the building or anywhere saw it coming. So that is a huge moment that happened very recently.
I agree. I've been watching wrestling forever, and I'm not just saying this because Rion's my friend and I like him, but that's probably one of the coolest heel turns I've ever seen.
It was something. It was a master class in doing your job properly. I mean, it made you feel a certain way. Going from the wave to that was it was such great storytelling. And that's the best part about it. You could go on and on. The rise of Aaron Stone, that storytelling has been amazing. the Coyotes, and they're running around being the favorites of Rocket Pro is amazing. You know, all the bringing in of all the young unknown talent that is now dominating the Midwest, from Hot Rod Daddy Andy to Turtle, Shaq Jordan, all the wrestling guys that have kind of migrated and are doing big things at Rocket Pro. I mean, that's amazing. So, I mean, you asked me what my favorite moments are. You know, my favorite moments change every month because every month I see something that is extraordinary. And you know, it's a pleasure and a joy to be there, Kevin. And you know, you guys brought me in. It was an amazing opportunity, and I can't ever repay it because it's been a place. You know, between Rocket Pro and IPW, they have made all of my wrestling dreams come true. I have done things I never thought I would do at those two places, and it keeps going. You know, it's this Sunday championship showcase match. What the fuck? Why am I even involved? The fact that I'm even there, it's amazing.
Because
So
you're stealing 2 belts.
well, that's what they say. So, you know, it's just, you know, Kevin, you know, seriously, I mean, Red gave you the roses. I just want to say, I work a lot of places and I see a lot of things, and I'm backstage a lot of places, and there are very few places that are like Rocket Pro. It's its own world, and its fan base is its own fan base, and the loyalty of the locker room to the loyalty of the fan base. You guys have built something in Joliet that is so hard to find. Everybody wants to build it, but nobody seems to know how, and you guys have done it. So kudos to you. Kudos to Bill, Shelly, Will, and everybody, all the people that work hard at Rocket Pro. You guys have made something special, and I think it's just going to get better, as you have just told us.
Oh yeah, a lot to come, man. Excited about it.
We love you. We appreciate you taking time away from your family and kids to spend a lot of time with us tonight on the Power Hour, and we appreciate you giving us great match insight as you dropped some knowledge on the kids that people are going to really be impressed. People are going to hear this tonight or tomorrow when they listen, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I better get tickets now because it's going to sell out." So, thank you. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, and you know, thank you so much on behalf of all of us here, because you have done great things for everybody in this room, and we're all very grateful.
Thank you, and I appreciate it. And hopefully we can do this again. I had a great time.
Well, you're going to do it again.
What?
You're going to do that Darkness Falls thing.
Okay. We'll get us all on there.
Yeah, I'll bring everybody on. Everybody. I pay monthly for Zoom. I can put 45 people in this room.
Wow. Look like the Brady Bunch screen.
And I'm someday.
Let's do a podcast battle royal.
I have been thinking about how to do that, and I've got an idea for a show coming up sometime in September where I'm going to try to jam the most people I've ever tried to jam into this place. And you won't see it coming, but it will come, and it will be chaotic and confusing, but it shall happen.
Cool. Taking a night off.
You are not taking that night off, because it just might be Red Appreciation Night.
That better never happen.
Because you're retiring.
You have to come up with battle royal rules, and if you break one of the rules, you're out until the last one standing.
I love it, Rachel. We are going to get together and we're going to iron out the rules for the Red, the first ever.
As long as you're paying for
retirement invitational battle royal podcast. We've got it. That's the name of it. Right.
But before I go, make sure everybody goes Sunday. IPW. Go watch. It's going to be a good show, good card.
If you do come on Sunday, I will look forward to seeing you there. It's always a pleasure to see Kevin. And don't forget, we have a date in August on the 27th. We got to go back. We got to go back.
Dude, that was so much fun. How about it, Red? That was fantastic.
I had a blast. I had a blast just seeing all the old guys.
Oh, yeah. And the uniqueness of the names and the way it was set up. Oh, it was fantastic. I had a great time.
Not only that, but again, and I've been on a rant with promoters because there's no way they started dead at 7 and was done by 8:30, and they had 7 matches and only 2 intermissions, people. Why are we running 3-hour fucking shows? Why? 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 It showed it can be done. It can be done. When people stick to times, it can work. And the beautiful part was everybody was a character. You got into their character, whether you liked the character or not. The opening match was, to me, the hottest shit I've ever seen.
Vlad's bladder is the greatest thing to happen to professional
especially the
wrestling.
finish.
It's the damn headlock.
You know, since the finish to the match, it was like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. This is it. But it was just great seeing friends and some other people that were there that when we get together, I'll ask you, did you see what I see? And then we can kind of compare notes. And I'm sure somebody else saw what I saw. I still haven't said anything.
Well, what did you see?
I can't tell you.
I think I know.
Okay, message me.
Huh.
You know I'm
You
nosy.
can't do that to
Why would you do
Rachel.
that?
Rachel wants all that tea.
I do. And it's like just
She's British.
I'm not a gossip. I just want to know things. Like I don't tell anybody anything. I just want to know things.
It's your British ancestry that's coming into play here.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys got to talk about other things, so let's just get at all. I know you had to talk about CSW and IPW, so
We
We gotta
gotta
talk about Wrestle League. We gotta talk about the
Let's talk
Prime
about- yeah.
show. Where I
Do
got
we?
hit with a hairspray can.
I thought only RPW was running.
oh, okay.
Red's a one promotion guy.
All right, Red. I didn't know if I let the cat out of the bag.
Hey, I'm about to jump off with your ass. Shit.
There you go.
Kevin, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. We thank you, and thank your family for letting us have you for an hour and a half. We appreciate that.
Hoping to see you guys before September. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
come
please.
Sunday, damn it.
I will. I'll try.
All right.
See you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Rocket Pro Wrestling's Nuke, Kevin Palmer. Say goodnight, Nuke.
All right, good night, guys. Thank you. See you September 9th, fans. Don't forget it.
All
All right.
All
Good
right.
night, guys. Appreciate
Take
you.
care,
Good
Kevin.
night.
Good night.
And Kevin had to have his wife help him set it up, but he figured out how to end it himself. That was fun, right? We had a good time with that.
Yeah.
Kevin's a great guy. Rocket Pro Wrestling, part of the reason why it's so good is because the people that run it. And Kevin is one of those guys. So come check it out. Fall Brawl. You can see the graphic right there, September 9th. The card, he announced a good majority of the matches. So the card is going to be stacked. So get those tickets as soon as you can. Let's raise a toast to the 200th episode of the JFW podcast and our friends over there. Guys, that is a hell of an achievement. Congratulations. We drink the LIM's Pabst Blue Ribbon for you this evening. It was fun. It was a fun listen. Nubby was in a bad mood. Calling out Paulie Tomaselli. Travis, not always in a great mood anyway. But I love the fact that he attempted the roses. He tried to swerve us. He was going to shoot on PX at the end, but instead of doing nasty things, Travis Hart grew 3 sizes that day, and he stopped being the Grinch, became a human being, and said some nice things to Pac-Man, and I thought that was beautiful.
Wow, I might actually have to listen.
It was really cool. It was JFW Roses, if ever there were one. It's nice to know C-Red has influenced so many people. Turtle did call out Paulie Tomaselli, and then he called out Paulie and Vito to fight Andy. These are all things that happened.
And Paulie wants to know where.
Well, I think Turtle finally gave it to him.
And we still don't know if Hot Rod knows.
We don't know if Hot Rod knows. After the weekend, Muggsy James and Hot Rod have become my children. So apparently I have kids.
Saw that.
Yes. What? Okay. Let me get Ryan Matthews up here. Hang on. Go ahead, Red.
We got cheated last week.
Why?
So everybody on this damn show should be pissed off. Because Muggsy was going to propose last week.
Yeah, he sure was.
Damn it, Muggsy. Stop being slow about shit.
No. There was a really good reason.
He told, and I mean, he posted it on social media that he hadn't talked to her father. Right. And I get that. But if he knew he wanted to do it on the show, damn it, you had all day Tuesday to make that call, or Monday you could have went back and saw her daddy and took care of that. So you could have did it on our show.
Hold on. Before you say anything else, you have to keep in mind that Steve went rogue for a little bit, and he brought Tomaselli on. So I'm not even sure when that would have even been a thing.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
You're saying.
No. You can't. No. Well, I talked to Muggsy.
Keep in mind.
No, that's. I see what you're doing, and I appreciate what you're doing. Try to make it all my fault, like always. But no, that's not that.
No,
I talked to Muggsy.
That's not what's
5
happening
hours.
right now. That's not
5
what I'm
hours.
saying.
I talked to Muggsy.
You can't. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He did not talk to the father. He was never going to pull the trigger. He wanted to. He told me that he was going to, but he realized that he wasn't going to do it because he hadn't talked to the old man yet. So whether Tomaselli was here or not, and I went rogue, that wouldn't have no bearing on the situation.
Okay. Knowing the new information that I have, my apologies for even suggesting that you go rogue.
No, I went rogue. I mean, I'm not saying
you still went rogue.
I'm not denying the fact that I went rogue. I do it all the time. So that's not my issue. But my rogueness did not prevent the proposal. That would be wrong. But yeah, I went rogue and it blew up in my face. It turned into the Paulie Tomaselli hour again. That wasn't my intention, but sometimes you make moves.
If you want to know how much of a family Wrestle League is, I found out about it as we left the Wrestle League show, because I'm pretty sure one of the first things Muggsy did was send a photo to the Wrestle League group chat afterwards. So I found out leaving the Wrestle League show when Andrew showed me. Hot Rod, I'm sorry.
So congratulations, Muggsy. You guys, it's terrific. You and Brianna, they're going to have a great life. I love you as a couple, and I can't wait to see how life treats you. It's going to be great. We wish you nothing but the best here at the Power Hour.
And we support you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And you're my son now, so I'll do what I can to help you out.
Oh, big money Steve, 2 belts, Steve, you gonna pay for the wedding.
Oh no, we didn't say anything like that. Come on, Grandpa. There's a lot of diapers out there for you.
I can just change diapers, sir. You paying for a wedding.
At least the rehearsal dinner.
Somehow this will get back on me. I don't know how, but it will. Nice bridge. Frontline Pro happened Saturday. It was my first adventure in Wisconsin, and all I want to say.
Wait. There was a show before that. The Wrestle League Pride show at the Raven Room.
Oh, go ahead, Rachel. I was not there, so you'll have to give the dish on that.
It was amazing. I did get hit by flying objects twice. Luckily, I was not one of the unfortunate people to be hit by a dildo.
Did you swallow the dildo like EJ Swanson did?
I am a fucking lady.
I'm just saying that happened. That's real. I saw pictures.
Yes, I'm aware. I was there. I was front row for the entire thing. I got hit with a loaf of bread and a hairspray can, and they both hurt about the same. I guess I happened to be sitting in the wrong spot. But no, it was Adonis got his first win at Wrestle League. That was some stellar work, and I believe he showed out at Frontline the next day as well.
He and Kid Latin had a match for the ages to open that show. Absolutely.
Yes. Mateo Valentine defeated Bad Bitch Bugs Moran in a beauty supply match.
Moran in drag is one of the great pictures of all time.
Yes, that is how I got hit with a can of hairspray. It was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. At one point, someone had thrown one of the dildos back into the ring, and Mateo had it in his mouth as he was beating the crap out of Bugs Moran and pinning Bugs Moran. I do wish that more use had been made of the portable like hair dryers with the curlers, but alas, Bugs Moran did have at least 10 hair rollers stuck to his beautiful lace stockings as he left the ring. He wrestled in heels. I don't know. I could never. The Hot Rod and Creature, which is our friend Quinn Whittick, took on Joey Avalon and Sierra.
That match is great. I've seen the videos on that one. That's
Yes,
fun stuff that happened in that match.
that was pretty great. I did start off a Sierra's gonna kill you chant because I have no loyalty. And Hot Rod did get attacked by Creature afterwards because they lost. So I do want to say that Creature gave me Billy from Hocus Pocus vibes. That's all I could think of.
So it was her or Creature?
Creature.
That's Quinn. If you compare it to anything, it's Demon and Finn Balor. If you could compare Creature and Quinn Whittick, when Quinn turns into Creature, it's like when Finn turns into Demon. But Creature is its own thing, and it's bizarre and amazing, beautiful, frightening. It makes you feel all
Just
kinds of ways.
watch Hocus Pocus, Billy from Hocus Pocus, like Winifred's ex-boyfriend that they dig up and he's got his mouth sewn shut. That was Creature vibes the whole night.
That's why we keep saying Quinn is one of the best things going in professional wrestling right now. Vlad Bladder, Sexy Violence, Creature, 3 very different human beings or entities that do very different things, and it's so fucking cool. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. Hot Rod, who did Shogun fight? Yeah, I heard you. I don't think that's right. Okay.
Let's get
we're gonna skip that one for now because I don't think he's right about who he fought. EJ Swanson and Rozzy and Tyler took on the Bros and Disco Ray.
I love Disco Ray.
Probably the best entrance I've ever seen in my life was Disco Ray coming out to Dancing Queen. The best. He had the whole crowd
exploded.
Yes, everyone was up and dancing, and then when the Bros came out, suddenly Disco Ray had neon tambourines that he was shaking around. It was pretty great. Yeah, that was. I probably missed a couple matches, but it was great. It was a wonderful night. The energy was amazing. It was like sweltering in there, but you could barely feel it because the matches were just so good. They were like intense. They were funny. They were passionate. It was a good show. So if you did not make it to the Raven Room for the Wrestle League Pride show, you missed out.
You missed
out. I'm sorry. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
You could go up to EJ Swanson next time you see him and tell him to eat a dick. And he'll get all
the
nervous.
first match was Joey Mayberry versus Moondog Greg Murray. Moondog got the win. Joey Mayberry slayed us all. It was incredible.
Joey Mayberry is a force of nature, that one. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that human.
So I will make sure that I drop the flyer for the next one at the Raven Room into the group chat.
Gotta catch Wrestle League. That's where it's at. Frontline Pro, Wisconsin, Unity, Wisconsin. My first adventure there as commentator. Me and Chris held down the commentary duties. And This Means War was the name of the show. But what we were doing there is we were shooting episodes of the new Frontline Pro Wrestling show on the Premier Network, there's Premier Streaming Network called Crossfire. So the show actually became 3 episodes that will be airing later on that network, and some great matches. Rachel alluded to Adonis Allen and Kid Lat, which, we've always said that the first match on a card needs to really get the crowd going. Well, Lat and Adonis lit the place up. It was high impact. It was fast and furious, and it took the breath away of the people. Amazing match. Kid Lat gets the victory. That was match 1. Had a interesting triple threat match. Ben Evenson versus Ruthless Rockin' Rivera, who's a dick, and my guy, the Ewok. They lit it up. What a great match it was. Ewok comes out on top, but Rivera had some shenanigans that will play into the future, most likely. We had EJ Swanson and Disco Ray reluctantly taking on the Bro Bros in a tag team match. Now, I actually had a small part in making that match because I was doing a backstage interview talking about matches that were coming up for the show, and EJ Swanson rips a flyer off the wall and is mad that he's not on the card. And the Bro Bros were making their debut looking for opponents. So with the Magistrate Crystal's help, we put together EJ Swanson and Disco Ray versus the Bro Bros. And I'd like to say hilarity ensued, but I'm going to let you watch this on the network to find out what happened. So I'm going to tease these things, but I want you to watch them so you can see what happened. Speaking of my other son, Muggsy James, filthy Muggsy James and his manager AJ Abrams came out to take on TW3. Now, I'm not going to say anything about that match. I'm not going to say anything about the transformation of Muggsy James. I don't know what happened. I don't know who AJ Abrams is and what he did with the Muggsy James that I know, but the man that wrestled TW3 is a different entity altogether. So you got to check that out. That match was crazy, just crazy. Then we had the big match between Hot Rod Daddy Andy, who is a big fan favorite at Frontline Pro, versus Joey Dalton, who is part of Stryker Industries. I had my first dealing with Stryker Industries. No good is going to come from this. So,
I hear Hot Rod did another leg drop.
Hot Rod channeled his inner Hulkamaniac, but not going to talk about it because you got to watch it on the streaming service network. That's where you got to see it because it's going to be on soon, and these are worth watching.
I just want to say that I bring up the leg drop because last week the Hot Rod
broke his ass.
Broke his butt, yes. Doing a leg drop at a skate park down a ramp. And yet he did it again.
The entire drive to and fro, he was like this in the back seat with his broken ass.
Yes.
The only time his broken ass didn't hurt was at the Quick Trip. And apparently that's a Wisconsin tradition. So I have been indoctrinated into the Quick Trip fan club.
I haven't even been taken to the Quick Trip, so
I want to tell you about the Quick Trip. The Quick Trip is like the land of Oz. You think it's a gas station, and you go in it, and it has one of the most impressively stocked beer coolers I've ever seen. It has a produce department. You can buy everything. I could do my grocery shopping at the Quick Trip, and it's in a gas station.
But is it a Buc-ee's?
I don't know what a Buc-ee's is.
You don't, Steve.
Don't know what it is.
You don't know what Red, you know what a Buc-ee's is, right?
Ha ha!
Red.
Ha 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 ha!
Rion, tell me you know what a Buc-ee's is.
Rion knows everything.
I do, but I don't think it's going to help the situation you're in right now.
That's fair. Okay. Well, we're all going on a trip down south and we're going to go to a Buc-ee's. So you can get a Buc-ee's bikini, you can get a pulled pork sandwich, you can get some something pickled. You can get some kind of Bucky's jam. You can get some Bucky's candy. You can get Bucky's hats, Bucky's tumblers, Bucky's cups, Bucky's coolers.
Damn. Bucky
Smoker.
merchandising.
You want to smoke some ribs? You can get a smoker.
Well, there you go. I'll have to go see Bucky's. There's a picture of us, me and my sons, outside of that's very early in the morning. So that was in fact Father's Day. So I was glad to be a part of that picture.
I can see the family resemblance.
I know, right? He's got my beard. Anyway, moving on. The main event in this match or in this show is the unlikely tag team of Quinn Whittick and Ragnar taking on the Absolute Power Trip. So subscribe to the Premier Streaming Network, and in a few weeks, this will be there, and it's going to be episodic. There's interviews and behind the scenes, and it's going to be it's a really, really cool idea, and it was really well done. Wrestling with Unicorns was there, and between Xavier and Christian, they kept everybody on point and on time, and we cut like 16 promos in an hour and a half to make it all mesh. So I can't wait to see the finished product. I'm so excited to be a part of it. So jazzed that the 10 hours worth of driving on Saturday doesn't even bother me because it was such a great experience. So Frontline Pro will be back in August. The date is kind of being shuffled right now, but it will be set pretty soon. And we'll keep you advised on that. Thanks to Ben and Crystal and company for a warm welcome and a hell of a night. So check out Frontline Pro Wrestling. They are the real deal. It's amazing stuff. Great locker room. Boy, they have chemistry there. And of course they have all kinds of wrestling guys. Wherever wrestling goes, things just get better. I don't know what's in the water at wrestling, but it's obvious.
Agreed.
SCW happens this Saturday night at Steam Hollow, back to the brewery. They had a lot of information about this on JFW this morning. And I have been watching the social media trying to get all the things because they've made some match announcements, but they had more information than I do because Travis being the general manager of High Voltage and Turtle, both of them being more respected members of the SCW roster than I am, they have all the info and I don't have all of that, but I'll give you what I have. Return match. I don't know if you were there at the last show, Red, but at Dissension this Saturday night, Koa and Jimmy Carrot reestablished their rivalry. And after what Carrot did to Koa's lovely valet, now it's personal. And you know, Koa goes 90 miles an hour and Carrot goes 110. That is a collision of epic proportions waiting to happen. What do you think about that? This is where you're supposed to be Nicholson in the Batman movie and say, never rub another man's rhubarb.
Oh, okay. Well, you said
Other matches that I know, Mason Perks, your boy, takes on Acid Jazz. So Ajizzle in action at Steam Hollow. How about that? That's one of your guys, man.
I mean, that's my guy forever, you know.
And there's the picture right there. Look at the both of them have just the locks are fascinating. Red, look up and look at that picture.
I'm just what do you want me to say again? They just fought in the three-way. So you know.
So that's gonna be a hell of a match. You're gonna get as Odinson, the Berserker, starts his farewell tour. You get him versus Apex. Now, Apex is new to SCW, at least to me. I've never seen him work before. But boy, it looks like an episode of Mortal Kombat when you look at Apex and Odinson the Berserker. I think the ring announcer is going to say, finish him, just like they do in Mortal Kombat. This thing is over. So Odinson has had hell of a run. Apex, scary looking dude. I can't wait to see what happens in this match. And I believe, if I heard correctly, I don't think he's going to find a graphic on this because I don't think I've even seen one yet. But I believe
I go with what I got. I go with what I got.
I know, and I don't have it either, so shame on me. I believe Travis said that Scott Spade, who is no longer Tiny, is no longer with him, is teaming up with Kazile to take on the Titans of Destruction. I'm not sure if that's a title match for the SCW titles, but it wouldn't be Spade if he didn't worm his way into every title picture there is, because that's just how he rolls. So you got a lot of people there on that flyer. I imagine they're all going to be there. It looks like Schulte is going to be there. You've got that crazy tag team that's working with the evil genius Aaron Xavier. They have their new they're calling themselves Evil Dysfunction, going by the nomiker ED. I hear it's a fairly flaccid organization, and they make pills for ED. That is Evil Dysfunction. Of course, James Creed will be there. I have heard another match that I heard that I'm just remembering now. The young man, Johnny Chaos, is having his biggest test yet as the brand new fan favorite at Southland, taking on the returning JEH.
Oh boy.
So that should be something. Young Johnny Chaos is going to have his work cut out for him, because that's a bad man in JPH.
JPH is gonna drag him backwards through a hedge at the very least.
That's probably true. And then, of course, you got the sharpshooter James Creed will be in action. So you got the new high voltage champion, the other scumbag attorney Freiberg. So all your favorites are going to be there. Red, are you going to be in Mantino? You ain't got what? The ARC ain't running. What about Miles? What about Renee, RVP, the champ? ARC's on summer vacation. So if you want to have some fun Saturday night, come on out to Mantino and Steam Hollow Brewery. These shows are always the best. I love Shabant's. I love the Civic Center. It's a great place to see a show, but something electric happens when we go to the brewery and the live band is there. And this month they're featuring the live band Replay, so we'll get to see what they do. But having a band, having wrestling, having a band, having wrestling, it's exciting and entertaining, and there's a lot going on. Plus the beer is delicious. So if you got no plans on Saturday, come on down to the Steam Hollow Brewery for SCW Dissension. It's going to be a hell of a show. And that brings us to IPW. Rion, you're the information liaison. What say you about IPW this Sunday in Richton Park?
No, not doing it this time. Not doing it. I'm just
Why?
because I have other. It's hard putting all these photos up and trying to keep things in order. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk about it the way that Turtle did. So I'm gonna be right back and let me get this out the way and continue on, because now I have to backtrack because I added all these other photos to this file, and now I have to go back and do other stuff. So please forgive me while you speak about IPW.
Well, it's this Sunday, June 25th, Richton Park, doors at 1, show starts at 2, $15 for tickets, $10 if you're under the age of 10. And the host of this show is none other than the IPW league champion, Damian Gray. So already that's a bad sign, because that guy, there's something wrong with that guy. So there is something called the League Royal that is happening. There he is. There's Damian Gray holding up his league championship. And we've got I don't know if this is the first ever League Royal, but it's the first one I've ever heard of. Battle Royal, might be Royal Rumble-esque, if you can say that. some of the IPW superstars will compete in a battle royal, and the winner of the league royal will get a championship shot at Damian Gray in the month of August. So hell, if that's not incentive to come on out and watch a show, I don't know what is. But if that's not enough for you, let's talk about the tag team championship match. And you've got the return of the Drunk Buddies. That would be Sean Danger and Diesel Trax, as they are getting a title shot against the world's greatest tag team, Bros, Chad and Tad, J Bro and Silent Bro, the Bro Bros. Red, what say you about that match? The Bros, great tag team. Danger, you know a lot about. Diesel Trax, one of the most entertaining guys working at IPW right now. I mean, the comic aspect of that match is it knows no bounds.
Shenanigans. A whole lot of shenanigans.
After what I saw Friday, shenanigans are gonna be something to fear.
I'm pretty sure in Richton Park it's a dildo-free zone, so I don't think it'll get as.
But you never know.
I do know. You want to
I
pull
didn't
those
say
out?
it was. I didn't say it was gonna be dildos, did I?
I'm just saying, if Red ain't gonna be there, then that lady's gonna be sad.
She'll be all right.
Another match, a special challenge match, a tag team match featuring the man we've talked about tonight, Quinn Whittick, Sexy Violence, teaming up with Kid Lat, taking on well, I wanted to come up with something dildo related for EJ Swanson, but I'll just let that go. And EJ Swanson gets to pick a partner, and it's a question mark. We don't know who Swanson's partner is, but we know what he did to Lat at the last show. Lat went through hell and won the match, and then he cashed in the Medallions title, and he got his title right back, making the parents and Kid Lat cry. So that bastard, I hope he finds no partner and burns in hell.
Yes.
We have finally, Rachel, finally, months of speculation after months of disappointment, the contract signing for the steel cage match actually takes place.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Max Holiday, contract signing for real this time.
Okay.
Side of steel cage. So you're gonna want to see that. You're gonna want to hear about that. What else do we have here? Then we've got, of course, what we talked about a little bit earlier, and we'll talk about a little bit now, the Champions Showcase. So you've got the Turtle. I'm sorry. You've got the Amazing Turtle, the Rocket Pro Wrestling Chicagoland champion, taking on the Rocket Pro Inter-County champion, the one and only Real Deal Rion Skills, taking on the IPW Alternative Champion, that's me, in a triple threat showcase match. Red, what say you?
No, I'm putting all my money on Rion.
We'll talk about this match. Come on, put away the phone, pay attention, come back to us. You can watch Dynamite later.
Today is Tuesday, sir.
Oh yeah, it's not Wednesday. Sorry, that's on me. That's on me.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Okay, it's 3 champions. Okay. If this is if it's gonna go the way I see it going, you and Turtle will lose, and Rion will stand victorious.
That's fair. Fair set. Rachel, what about you?
I'm gonna have to co-sign that.
So Rion is gonna take his money and run, huh?
Yes.
Turtle had some colorful things to say about this match. And Travis seemed to think that there might be agendas, and they didn't really know. I think they also picked Rion. I think Turtle probably picked himself because, why wouldn't he want to go into a match?
No, he picked Rion.
Oh,
He
Turtle
picked
picked you
Rion.
too? Well, I mean, that makes you the ultimate favorite, Rion. That's got to make you feel good.
Nope.
It doesn't make you feel good?
Nope.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's a very unlikely match because, being a champion, I knew I would have to defend the title at some point, but I didn't quite expect a situation of this nature.
But you're not defending it. So
well, I know I'm
guess
not.
what? So
I
you still have to defend it. So
Right.
you're not defending it in June, but maybe in July you have to.
Well, what I'm saying is, I knew after the unlikely victory versus Russell that I would get another match because I'd have to defend it. I didn't expect that I would be in a non-title champion showcase match of this magnitude against guys that are really, really good. The problem for me is, of all the people I could be fighting, these are two of the people that I would least want to fight. But on the other hand, the fact that I get to be in the ring and part of a match with these guys is just the greatest thing ever. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I'm going to get beat. I'm going to get shell-shocked. Rion is going to be stiff, and I'm going to get hurt, and I'm going to not feel great after it's over. But I'm going to be glad I was there. Whatever happens. So
I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to put this out there just because I like to make people uncomfortable in this scenario. What if you win, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Maybe 2 belts.
fool me once, shame on me. Or shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I mean,
I'm just saying, because everyone keeps thinking that it's me. I'm already doing informational liaison stuff. There's no titles on the line. I don't benefit from this. What if I just step away and then you and Turtle go head up? That would be an amazing setup in itself, because I'm pretty sure that the Chicagoland champion of Rocket Pro, the Amazing Turtle, would love to go one-on-one with you.
yeah.
My Jack, that works, right?
Yeah, I guess that could be a thing that happens. And he did say that he could think of some times in the past where he would find motivation with access to grind. I'm
It's
going.
kind of weird, though. I'm going to say this right now, then I'll let you go back to saying your stuff. It's kind of weird that everyone says that I'm going to end up wrestling and working and winning, but I don't actually wrestle that often or work that often. But you two have been amazing over the last year doing stuff. You went against Aaron Stone. Turtle also went against Aaron Stone at IPW, and you guys have held your own. Why would you guys both take your confidence away, both being champions, and think that I would just win the match? That's not what champions do. You guys should be more confident in your abilities. You really, really should.
That's lovely, and I appreciate that. But here's the thing that's in my head, and you'll poo-poo this, and when you get in the ring in a match like this, and we're all three in there, whether you get out and leave or not, I'm getting in the ring with it. When I get in that ring and I look across at Rion's skills, I am thinking about all the amazing things that I've seen you do over the years. I'm thinking about the first time I saw you. I'm thinking about all the shit you did at Crash Tested. I'm thinking about the ARC stuff. I'm thinking about what an amazing performer you have been. So when you come at me, if you do, it's Rion Skills, the real deal. A guy that I have watched for a decade be amazing. So it psychs you out a little bit because you're like, oh my God, I'm in the ring with the real deal. Now you'll find a way to turn this around and make me sound stupid. And it's easy. I'm an easy target. I get it.
Not this time, Steve. I'm letting you speak.
Thank you. And then when I get in the ring with Turtle, Turtle and I have been up and down the road during some very, very tough times that we only had each other to get out of. So when I get in the ring with him, I know that he will kick my ass because he wants to keep his role going. So it's a mind fuck for me because it's crazy. So, I don't want to sound like I'm not confident. Oh, excuse me. But
Gesundheit.
thank you. But it's a big deal to be in a match of this size against two people that I respect so much. So that's why I have a hard time with it. But I'll strap on my boots and I'll strap on my belt, and I will be there on the 25th with family and house. And I will do whatever I have to do to make the fans have a great time, and we'll have some fun either way. Whatever happens. And again, I'm playing with house money, and I'm just glad to be there.
It's fun to say, isn't it?
It's fun to say. It's
Playing
fun
with
to
house
say.
money.
What?
Playing with house money is fun to say, isn't it?
Because that's what I'm doing. I don't have any skin in the game. I'm playing with what the house gives me, and I'm going to roll the dice and take my chances every time the house says, "Go do this."
Well, keep that energy on Sunday.
So we got this, which I now, unless a medallion comes into play, I get to hang on to this for another month. And I've had a lot of fun with what is one of the coolest looking titles in wrestling right now. I love this belt. This belt sits on my nightstand, and I touch it and pat it before I go to bed every night. I'm just happy to be there. I am proud to be IPW's alternative champion. And when I go there on Sunday, who knows? Anything can happen at IPW. We've proven that.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Rion, any final thoughts?
No, I have thoughts after we get off of the air, but not here. Go to IPW and other shows. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Red, any final thoughts?
Kevin was awesome. I hate that I missed Russell Lee and their show.
Me too.
I honestly didn't know about it. Again, the ARC will not be in Shabazz. Or at Steam Hollow. And IPW looks so far to be a great evening or afternoon of professional wrestling with the Champion Showcase.
Hey, Rachel, I have one question for you before we go.
A question for me?
I
Okay.
have a question for you. How is everything with the knockouts these days? Are you guys enjoying your summer hiatus? Are you getting ready for the big August return?
I think we are just enjoying the hiatus for now. There's been some skate park meetups. We'll be at Pride. A few of us will be at Pride. Right now, we're just taking the time to skate on other surfaces.
And how any more movement on the bank track?
No.
God, I can't wait to see that whole thing. That's going to be amazing when the bank track comes into play. I love it. And how is Lunala doing?
She's good. She's itching to skate, so I think we're gonna go skating tomorrow night. Keep that cardio up so we can be ready when it comes back. And yeah, she's definitely coming to her own with roller derby already. So,
and we love every
proud
bit of
mom moment. And I'm hoping that you will be seeing a completely different Rachel when the knockout starts back up.
Well, the original Rachel is pretty great, but if it's a different Rachel, we'll love her too.
Aw, thank you.
This show will not be seen next Tuesday night. Next Wednesday, we will be doing this show, and our special guest will be our friend John Bullard, who promises that he will make an announcement that's going to change a lot of things. He asked for this time because he has announcements to make. when John Bullard makes announcements, y'all should listen because it's usually game-changing. So next Wednesday on a special Wednesday edition, here's why we're Wednesday. Because Tuesday night, I'm going to see Noel Gallagher and Garbage at the Northerly Island Pavilion.
You son of a bitch.
Thank you. That
I don't care about Noel, but I want to see Garbage.
Before anyone else says anything, Steve, check your messenger on the chaos trend.
I'm looking at it. Ah! Yes, indeed. This Saturday, June the 24th, the Power Hour will be making a special live performance. We will do a live stream. We'll be at the VFW Post 311 in Richton Park promoting the show on Sunday. We will be there from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we'll be doing all sorts of Power Hour shenanigans. So thank you, Rian. I'm terribly sorry I forgot that. But it's going to be great. Red, what are we going to talk about on Sunday at the VFW? And more importantly, is the lady with the red trousers going to be there for you?
Who said I was gonna be there Sunday?
You got to be there Sunday. We're not doing this without you.
It's Saturday. It's
Are we
Saturday.
talking about Saturday?
Well, he keeps saying that.
He's talking about the show on Sunday. It's Saturday that he should be speaking of right now.
Saturday is the live stream, the live version of the Power Hour at the VFW Post. So come on out, 11 to 1, couple hours, hang with the Power Hour, ask some questions. We'll do some shenanigans. We'll have some fun with the locals at the VFW. It's going to be great. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Saturday afternoon. We'll be at the Richton Park VFW in preparation for the show on Sunday. And then Saturday night in Chabance, or not in Chabance, in Mantino, we've got SCW. So a lot of things happening on Saturday. Plus, you want to know something else?
Sure.
Saturday, June 24th is my 17th wedding anniversary.
Woo!
And what am I doing?
Wrestling.
4-hour live stream at a VFW at 11 and a wrestling show Saturday night at Steve Hollow because my wife loves me. Yeah.
Maybe you should love your wife more than she loves you.
I'm just saying that she's pretty great. She she bitches and moans about it all the time, but she lets me go do all this cool shit. And she handles things at the house when I'm doing all this cool shit. So I guess 17 years was worth it to be able to do this and not be divorced already. Because honestly, she probably could have divorced me 5 years ago. And no one would have blamed her. So happy anniversary to my wife from the Power Hour. Thank you for letting me do all of these shenanigans. And just think, if I end up dead in the champion showcase, the life insurance is the bill in this house that's always paid. So she'll get to collect finally. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Death by turtle.
Death by turtle. And there's the name of tonight's podcast. Hey, Dina, say hi to the Power Hour. Hi. She passed by. She said hi. She likes you more than she likes me.
You're right. Hi.
Hi.
So there you have it. Live stream or live event this Saturday afternoon, VFW, followed by the show and my death likely. So there we go. That lots of excitement. Congratulations once again to the JFW podcast, 200 episodes. Nice work, gang. We got anything else, guys? We've pretty much talked about everything, right?
Yeah, that's about it. But shit, 200 for them. Where are we at?
You don't have to go back. Joey Dalton was our 100th. So that was a while ago. I'll have to count them, Red. I'll get back to you.
But because didn't we start before the JFW?
No, JFW has been doing it since 2017.
Oh, okay. I was getting ready to say, we went back some years.
Yeah, no,
So,
JFW has been doing it for a long time. I would say if I had to guess, we were probably somewhere in the 150s, I would think.
okay.
Because they didn't do it on a weekly basis for a while. We've been pretty consistent the whole time. Now, something real quick before we go. There will be no power hour on the 4th of July because that's just stupid. And I'm going to be out of town, so I can't do it. I was able to pull the trigger the one time because I was in a hotel room, but I'm going to be far away for the 4th. So we will take a brief 1-week hiatus, but we will return after that and have some more shenanigans. And our guest after will be July 11th will be our return. Will be Jed Williamson, Crash Tested Wrestling, as we get ready for Destiny later on that month. So that's how it's shaping up. Power Hour, we are booked, I think, clear into September now.
Wow.
The people that want to do this stuff. So let me just make sure that that's true. I don't want to speak and be wrong. Yes, clear into September. So it's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
We'll see.
A lot of people want to come on the show and do crazy things. So we were happy to have them. For the urban sensation C-Red, for the lovely Rachel, and for Rion, the real deal skills, I'm Steve. Thank you for watching the Power Hour. Thanks to Kevin Palmer for his time and talent. And we will see you next Wednesday night with John Bullard. Have a great night and support local indie wrestling this weekend. Have a good evening, everybody.